Here's more wrestling news for August 4th, 2022, and we're kicking off this afternoon with MJF, who cut a scathing promo during the June 1st episode of AEW Dynamite, in which he said he'd be better treated if he were an ex-WWE superstar, and culminated in him begging to be fired by Tony Khan. MJF may not be officially gone, but AEW have distanced themselves from the salt of the earth, pulling him from all their material and not even mentioning him on TV. Fans have speculated on just how much of what we've seen is real and what's a work, and we now have a slight update on the situation. A new update from Fightful notes that despite countless attempts to follow up on what happened, not a single AEW talent or staffer has admitted to communicating with Friedman since his promo. It was added in the report that no one has even overheard Tony Khan talking about MJF or his feelings about him. It's been reported that AEW are willing to sacrifice short-term buys for long-term storytelling, believing that the longer MJF is kept away, the more of a big deal his return will be. AEW may be playing a risky game by keeping MJF away, however, as it's rumored that he is still angling a jump to WWE. It's also been rumored that MJF was in New Jersey filming with cast members of Impractical Jokers, a show on True TV which, like TNT and TBS, belongs to Warner Bros. Discovery. MJF had opportunities lined up in Los Angeles the same week as his pipe bomb promo on Khan occurred, so while we may soon see him on TV, it won't be for AEW in any capacity. At the end of July, Ric Flair competed in his final ever match, teaming with Andrade El Idolo to defeat Jeff Jarrett and Jay Lethal. It was certainly an emotional night for the Nature Boy, who walked to the ring with the WCW World title he had held for years, and following his match, some have wondered whether such retirement matches could become a fixture of the annual StarCast convention. It turns out that retirement matches at StarCast could soon be a regular thing, as on his Hall of Fame podcast, Booker T says he was asked about having Harlem Heat's final match. Booker said that the offer was made for him and Stevie Ray to retire at next year's StarCast in Texas, an idea that the five-time WCW World Champion quickly shot down. His reasoning is that after just having a match a few weeks ago, his knee was killing him, and his body will only feel worse and less prepared for the ring in a year's time. While we can never say never, it seems unlikely that Booker and Stevie Ray will ever wrestle together again, but if the two-time WWE Hall of Famer feels the match wouldn't allow him to go out on his own terms, then that's probably for the best. We've got some news from the AEW Fight Forever video game now, as after several details were leaked online, the game's developers have made some things official. AEW, along with producers THQ Nordic and developers Yuke's, have made a new website for the upcoming game, which reveals the cover art filled with All Elite wrestlers. The website allows you to pre-order the standard edition of the game for $60 on Windows PC, Nintendo Switch, PS4, PS5, Xbox One, and Xbox Series X or S. More details will be revealed at the THQ Showcase next Friday, but fans confident with what they've seen so far don't have to wait until then to pre-order AEW Fight Forever. We'll have to wait until next Friday to learn more about the upcoming game, but there's been another huge leak for the highly anticipated project. On Wednesday morning, a Twitter user posted a video of what appeared to be an AEW Fight Forever gameplay trailer, claiming the trailer had been released early on Xbox. The footage was posted shortly after in high quality by another Twitter user and gives fans an idea as to how the game will look and feel when it's released to the public. AEW's video games department is said to be one of the promotion's biggest investments, a reported minimum of $10 million according to 2021 reports. So, we'll have to see whether all of this pays off in the end for All Elite Wrestling. Over to WWE, and it was just a few weeks ago that Logan Paul signed a deal with WWE, and a huge signing for the company. Paul may not be an established wrestler, but brings a massive fan base with him to WWE, though that doesn't mean everyone is well aware of who he is. During the latest episode of Logan Paul's Impulsive podcast, Triple H discussed first hearing about his host and asking the question, "Who the f*** is that?" It was only after learning more about Paul from his daughters, who are fans of the YouTuber, that Triple H looked into bringing him into WWE, and given his impressive matches so far, this hasn't been a bad idea from the King of Kings. Now, Vince Russo will go down in history as one of wrestling's most infamous writers, bringing WWE some of their best ideas in the Attitude Era, but also some of the worst in WCW. To this day, Russo keeps a close eye on the product and has weighed in on the regime change within WWE. Russo recently said that Triple H's product isn't catering to casual fans, and on Twitter, the controversial writer doubled down on this attitude and made it clear he's not rooting against the game. Saying that casual wrestling fans are not interested in 15 to 20-minute matches is not a knock on Triple H's booking. It's a fact. How do I know? I'm a casual fan and I'm not interested in 15 to 20-minute matches. Bro, I'm not rooting against Triple H. Dude was always good to me. Just stating facts that might help. Triple H's first Raw in charge of WWE's creative saw the Red brand earn their highest viewership in 2 years, scoring an average 2.23 million viewers and a 0.61 in the 18 to 49 demo. But Russo isn't confident in these fans sticking around. Ever since Triple H came to power as head of creative, there's been plenty of talk about what the game has in mind and what will make it to TV in this post-Vince McMahon era. Superstars and fans alike are optimistic about the game's vision for the future of the company, but one thing we shouldn't expect to see is hardcore wrestling. Speaking on the Impulsive podcast, Triple H discussed why he's not a particular fan of the style, which he feels lacks storytelling. I often think that a lot of times that stuff is overblown. If you watch a movie and it's just a slasher film, it's fun, but it's not going to stick with you forever. It's just blood and guts and it's slashing and everything's just like, who can do the more violent kill or the crazier kill or whatever that is, then what's the most ridiculous way somebody can die in this movie and have their guts come out and an eye pop out of their head or whatever that is? It doesn't stick with you, it's not memorable. Even in that era, we did a lot of crazy stuff that was mind-blowing and was shock television, but the reason it lasted was not because of the shock television. What kept you there was the emotion and the storytelling. You don't need the shock if you tell the emotion and the storytelling. Triple H is no stranger to violent matches, with his bouts with Mick Foley and Shawn Michaels still standing the test of time, but feels that for all the gore, it was the storylines that stood out. Ultimately, the current atmosphere in WWE is positive, as many believe Triple H will give people what they want rather than what he wants, but don't expect any blood-drenched bouts under the game's watchful eye. More from AEW now, as this week's show saw the Undisputed Elite split, with Adam Cole, Kyle O'Reilly, and Bobby Fish turning on the Young Bucks. This was a shocking moment during Dynamite, and while all 5 men had a role to play, Cole has been trending since the attack for a very particular reason. During his attack on the Bucks, the camera cut to the crowd, where a child could be seen in tears, watching what was happening in the ring. Cole's name quickly went viral online as fans discussed how he's made a child cry, an accolade few heels can lay claim to. Hangman Page would eventually make the save, fending off the Undisputed Era alum and helping the Bucks, but for that one young fan, the damage has already been done. And we're ending with some fantastic news from Shawn Spears and Cassie Lee, as the couple are expecting their first child. The two former WWE superstars married in August 2019, and in an Instagram video, confirmed the news that they'll soon be proud parents. Since being released by WWE, both have tried their hands at different promotions, with Spears joining AEW and Lee making it to Impact with Jessica McKay. The comments were quickly filled with congratulations messages from wrestlers across various promotions, and we'd like to offer our own congrats to the happy couple on the news of their growing family. Well guys, that's our news for today. Please share your comments below. Also hit the like button, subscribe to our channel, and hit the bell icon to receive all notifications. And as always, thanks for watching.